Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And today we're doing between
two
shoes. Meg, what shoe is it today?
Today is kind of interesting because we're talking about the Adidas Prime X Strung versus the Adidas Prime X Strung.
So between almost one shoe.
Yeah, but they're very different.
Even though this is an update, the way that they approach this shoe and what they've done to it makes it a totally different shoe, and that's not necessarily a good thing.
All right, so let's talk about the original here. This was one of our favorite shoes. It was so much fun to run in. You didn't like the Prime X original, but with the strung upper, you found it worked.
Yeah, the other upper just didn't hold my foot in over the top of the midsole, and with this much midsole, you ever see kids learning how to walk in high heels or whatever? It's pretty much what it was, and I remember the first run I did in it, I was like, I had to take them off. I was like, I almost twisted my ankle 3 times. So they sent the strung upper, and I was like, wait a second, now I see it's working. And this really made a huge difference for me. And this is just one of those shoes that just feels great underfoot. I did race in it one time and had good results, but I don't think I would use it for the marathon distance.
Yeah, so that midsole Thomas is talking about, you got 50 millimeters of foam underfoot. In the original, it was an 8.5 millimeter drop. Tons of cushioning underfoot, all like Stripe Pro with some of those energy rods stuck in there.
Yeah, the same energy rods you're gonna find in the Adidas Pro 3.
So this one came in at $300, which was kind of a little crazy, but you know.
It didn't really die though, the foam held up.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about what they did to V2 here, because a lot has changed.
Basically what Adidas said was that they took everything that's like, let's throw all the rules out the window and create a shoe that we think would be amazing, you know, for running.
And it's quite a bit heavier than the original version. I didn't mention it, but Thomas's size 10 came in at 9.8 ounces.
Which seems pretty heavy, but when you have this much cushion and this much bounce, you're willing to go a little heavier, especially for something that's built as a race day shoe, and it still felt pretty good on the foot.
This one gained an additional 2 ounces, came in at 11.8 ounces, so
almost 12 ounces.
Yeah, they also did add a little bit more foam, so while you still have 50 millimeters in the heel, you now have 43.5, I believe, in the forefoot, so 6.5 millimeter drop. Change that up a little bit. You have 3 layers of Light Strike Pro now, 2 carbon fiber plates, and no
energy rods.
No energy rods.
What it really is think about it's a mechanism that's creating somewhat of a spring. So you have 2 plates that are going to give you that rigidity and the stability in the shoe, but in between them is that foam, and so when the plates compress on that foam, it pushes it back out. So hopefully, if you're landing and pushing off your toe, you're getting an additional bounce off that forefoot.
So I think my main problem with this update is the weight, but it's the distribution of the weight. So this strung upper, I still love the strung upper, and I think the updates they did here are great. It's
yeah, I actually think this is a better upper than on the first one.
Fits well, the tongue is stretchy, it's just a really good clean upper. But all of that weight is underneath of the foot. So this midsole, these plates, this combination of everything happening is very, very heavy. So when you're trying to pick up the pace, you can feel the weight on your feet.
It just feels bottom heavy, and when you're really trying to like ramp it up like Meg said, all of a sudden you notice that it's just a little harder to bring that knee forward and get that movement forward. Now, if the mechanism was working as well as it could, I think you would get that bounce off the front and maybe not notice it as much, but it just isn't enough to keep it from feeling like a little bit of a slogger.
So they kept the price tag the same. This one is also $300. But Thomas, between the two, what are you saying?
It's tough because I did have fun in this shoe. I like the bounce under the toe. I think it could be something special. If you read our review of it, I kind of give my ideas of how I think you fix the problem. But until then, I think I still have to go with this. That extra 2 ounces makes a huge difference, and you still get some nice bounce and pop off the toe of this. Maybe it's not quite the same trampoline effect you get from this guy. I had fun in this shoe. I think I can still have fun in this shoe, and maybe wait and see what happens next with the Prime X Strung.
Yeah, so I agree with Thomas on this one. I am going with the original. I just feel like The weight really took something away from that fun, bouncy ride. And while I wasn't trying to run races in this shoe or even trying to run fast in this shoe, the lighter package just felt better and more fun out on the roads.
All right, so there you have it. Between two shoes, we're gonna tell you, go grab up Prime X Strung, the original. All right, until next time, see you out there.